Hello, hello, anybody out there? Is anybody out there? What are all these little buttons on here? They look like they're new. Probably touch one and no telling what it's going to be. Hey Tim, how you doing, man? Did my title catch you? Catch you there, Tim? I'm stuck in a little tiny town in West Texas, Southwest Texas, because there was so much wind blowing from back west that everything around here is like all flat land, and everybody has cotton fields and a lot of dirt. So when you get driving on that thing, man, there's like zero visibility. And I said, I came from Lubbock to here, and it was like 33 miles, and I was like, no more. I'm gonna stop. But that's the great news, Mobang. I was gonna tell you anyway, but when you're going through Texas and all these little small towns, then put your Google Maps on Texas, put Texas and put free camping on there, and you're gonna have all kinds of free places pop up. Within Lubbock, there's about 8 or 9 places on these small towns, and they all have RV parks with free spaces with water, dump station, and electric. So that's what I did. I came here. Uh-oh. And I'm doing it this way because YouTube wants us to do it this way. Hi, Ray. Hi, Mobang. Ray, I can't stay long, going out very soon. Ray, stay away from all those flooded areas. I saw that on the news a little while ago about a bunch of places flooded down in San Diego. So if you're still down there, watch out for those floods, man. Mobang says, no, I'm retired and bored. YouTube and Netflix all day. Well, you get some wind coming in a day or two, depending on where you are. I think I saw somewhere where you said you're in Illinois or something. Arlene, how you doing? Good to see you, Arlene. I'm stuck in South Texas. I'm in my van. I'm not broke down or anything, but you know, I'm not going anywhere because there was like winds 60 miles an hour and all this crap, and it's blowing all this dust, and when you're on the highway you couldn't see anything, man. So I'm staying at a free RV campground in this town called Brownfield, Texas. And there's 2 other people here. One has a pool trailer and another one is a van. But let me show you. But turn this around so you can see all the dust all over my windshield, I mean my dashboard. But see, there's some more spaces over there. There's probably about 15 or 20 more places that are free to camp, that gives you all that stuff, electricity and all that stuff. Pretty cool. I like going through small town. Well, try it, Mobang. Next time you're either going east or west. Like my whole idea was coming from Oklahoma City and then going to Amarillo and then going directly down south to Lubbock. I wanted to go see like Buddy Holly grave and all that stuff, so I did that. But when I was looking for a place to stay, you know, being Texas, the only places Texas has to stay is rest areas. But they have rest areas too that are pretty nice. But then all these little places started popping up, and I went, wow, these are great. I'm gonna pin them all. I'm gonna pin all of them, man. So I'm gonna drive through the small towns and stay at those free places. I stayed at this one the night before, last night. After I got done in Lubbock, I drove a little ways up north in this town called Littlefield, I think, and I stayed at this place where Waylon Jennings, you guys remember Waylon Jennings, the guitar player and singer? Him and somebody else, donated to that town to make that trailer park there. So they got a little trailer park there that's free, and it says Waylon Jennings Trailer Park, free stopover, come on in, on the sign up there. And it's pretty cool because it's got probably about 10, 11, 12 sites, and they're like back-to-back sites and stuff. But they've got water, they got a big old giant dog park you can walk your dog around in, and all kinds of stuff there, man. And electricity, even a dump, you know, the dump. I don't have that, but you know, every penny counts when you're out there traveling. So it's good to remember all those, man. Just use Google Maps and just pin all that stuff, you know. Screw you, boob. What is that? Oh, you're talking about YouTube. All right, yeah, there's Mobang's. Mobang's got a good channel. You're getting pretty good. You're getting famous, Mobang. Mobang has all kinds of stuff to save money and stuff, and help you do things while you're out on the road. And he does some pretty good stuff. You know, he'll show you some good stuff. And he's got a smaller kind of car, smaller van. I forgot what kind it is, Mobang. There's so many small ones out there. And he's built it out with the bed and the kitchen and all that stuff at the back. Pretty good stuff. So when he gets going on redoing his van and stuff, it's pretty interesting. So go check him out. Mobang for your bucks. Windy, coldy, and rainy here in snow today. Ghost plays. Old guy, what does a velociraptor look like? Velociraptor looks like pretty much like whatchamacallit with little hands. They're big and have little hands, and they're big and giant, and they have big giant head and a bunch of teeth. but they're not as big as a velociraptor. Velociraptor, they're smaller, like the ones in that movie. Oh no, sorry to hear about that. No problem, man. It's all part of the adventure, Arlene. My problem will be on the lookout for rock slides. Oh yeah. Well, I guess you'd be worried about rock slides too if you have to worry about floods in San Diego. Of course, you know about California, they have one thing after another, you know. They have the drought. They have the drought, and we have no water. Then they have the torrential rains, and they have floods, and the mudslides, and the fires, you know. It happens every year, you know. But that's what the price you have to pay to live in some place so beautiful. What color is brownfield? I'll tell you what, Mobile Tech. I mean, I was gonna say the color no. What I was gonna say actually is all these towns around Lubbock, they're little bitty towns, flatland, dirt and stuff. And you know what they grow? The number one thing they grow? Cotton. And I think that the last cotton thingamajig they already did it, and they picked the last bit, but you can still see out in the fields a bunch of white and stuff, the stuff that's left over. So yeah, that's what I thought about too, brownfield. And there's another famous brown place real south of Texas. I think it's called Brownsville, Texas. Somebody famous was from there, some band or something. Let's see. As long as I got my van, I don't mind getting stuck somewhere in the U.S. That's right, Mobile Tech. Exactly, you know. Thank you, Arlene, for dropping Mobile Techs also. It's pretty cool. Mobile Tech, what can you say about it? You can't say nothing about Mobile Tech. Mobile Tech was on YouTube before Google gobbled it up. Mobile Tech was like one of the first people that were monetizing, making some good money and stuff. And then I don't know what happened lately, but he's up there around 30,000 subs and stuff. But he does have a lot of members in his Patreon, because what he does, I'll tell you a little bit about it, Mobile Tech, and you can elaborate if you want to, since you dropped your link. But what he does is takes old pool trailers and stuff, and like they call them the canned ham trailers and stuff, and he takes them and he rebuilds them. He takes them all down, completely down to the frame, and then he rebuilds them. Pretty cool guy, man. And he has a class on how he can do all that stuff. And That's where he makes his money now instead of YouTube. But that's pretty cool. Check him out. Mobile Tech. Hey there, sup, Belt Loop, how you doing? I'll let you say your hellos. But Belt Loop, he's our resident police, YouTube police guy. But he's a good guy too. Gary's real good about spreading the wealth with the channels, you know. I mean, not the wealth I'm talking about, but I'm talking about, you know, if he likes your channel and stuff, he'll tell everybody about it, and he'll push you out there to everybody else. And that's what I think it's all about on YouTube, you know. Everybody should promote everybody else's channel. Who else is in here? Let's see. You can camp at Nevada rest areas. Yeah, but you don't get, you know, well, the only thing you really get good at with that is a restroom and the water and stuff if it's open. But you can get that in Texas too, Mobile Tech, but usually it's only on the main highways, the bigger highways. And then some of the places, they say, yeah, you can stay, but you can only stay 5 hours. You know, that way you won't sit there and keep sleeping all day, but you probably can get away with 8 hours or whatever. I don't know. Thank you for dropping my link, Arlene. Yep, Arlene's got it going on, man. I slept right in front of the police station in a tiny town. Nobody bothers me. No, nobody wants to bother you, but, you know, it's a different story if they know that you're like some weird traveling mobile, that you live out at your car and you open up your van and put out all your rugs and tables and everything all out right there in the middle of town. Then they would probably come over and say, what are you doing, you know? But, you know, for people to get rest, they don't mind. They're people that aren't going to bother anybody when they're traveling, you know. Waylon Jennings is supposed to be on the plane with Buddy Holly, Big Bop. Exactly, man. And all these people here, they realize all that. I don't know if you saw my last, I did a couple of videos since I've been here. One of them was Buddy Holly, and I'll do a bigger one when I stop somewhere and get on the main computer. But his memorial, he's got an 8.5-foot statue of him, pretty impressive, of him playing his guitar and stuff. And in the background, I don't know if you can see it in the shorts or not, but there's a wall full of all kind of people that they put in the Hall of Fame, their Hall of Fame in Lubbock there. And I took some pictures of that. It's pretty cool. Then they have the, I think it's like a 10-foot long black pair of his glasses, you know, he always used to wear. I also stopped by the cemetery there, and that's how I found the next video I did, and that's Mac Davis. You're driving through this big old beautiful cemetery, and you're going, how am I going to find Buddy Holly, you know, out of all these, because it was really a huge place. But then I look up ahead, and there's a sign, a wooden sign that says Buddy Holly this way. And here's something that a lot of you guys don't know probably, but on Buddy Holly, people will say, well, you spelled his last name wrong, because some people would spell it Holley, and other people will spell it Holly. Well, the story behind that, I heard, is after one of his albums that did fairly well, the person that did the printing on it, he misspelled it and forgot to put that last E in there, so it just was Holly. And that album went on to do so good and stuff that they said, well, let's just leave it like that, you know. So he just said, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Buddy Holly with Holly. But on his gravestone it does say Holley. Another little interesting tidbit. Mobang says Toyota Sienna minivan. Yeah, and I think Tim Mobang, isn't that the kind that has the second or the third seats that you could fold them down and put them into the ground underneath the floorboard, and you can take them out if you want to. Just use that space. Kathy H, cool hats. All right, thanks, man. Hey, you wouldn't believe it. I don't know how much you've heard about this story since I've been on, Kathy, but hell, I'll show you. But I'm stuck like in a dust storm. You can't see. Visibility is like less than 1/4 of a mile. So I stopped at this town, and they have a free RV park. But I was out setting up and plugging in the electric and all that stuff. And I'm gonna show you what I look like. And I'm glad that I had these from a few years ago because I won't ever use them again, but this really helps. Now watch this. This is what I looked like. Outside. I was outside like this. I can't even get it on. We don't know how to use those stupid masks. I was out there like this one. Because it's so dusty, you know. But yeah, I'm glad I had a couple of those masks left in my van here. Turns out I have like 15 left in a plastic baggie, so they come in handy when it's real dusty and stuff like that. Hey, there's Silent Forgotten. How you doing, Chris? Congratulations on you getting up to 100,000. I think you said you got up to 100,000 views, and which I think I need to drink a tea. I just made some hot tea. What kind was it? It's an English tea, but it's really good. But Chris, Silent Forgotten, I think that too many people neglect pushing their stuff out there when they're doing YouTube, and the ones that are or try to be serious about it in any way, but I think they neglect the part where you get a lot of views, and that means pushing your stuff out there, and you've done that, and you get over 100,000. That's pretty good, you know. I know some people that probably have a few thousand more subs than you and all this stuff, but they haven't got any kind of views at all, you know, and that's going to hold them back. Whenever they do get monetized, then what will happen is they will just get pennies or change, you know. But you know, by all means, if you want to get successful on your channel, then you need to push it out on all branches of social media, you know. Ghost Plays, I don't know who that one is, but hello, Ghost Plays, and thanks for coming in. I've got it this way, so I hope we don't get a bunch of weird people, but I hope we get a bunch of different people. Come on in and sub, you guys. I'm going up to the mountain area, says Ray, 2-lane road. Well, good. You don't have to worry about no floods, but watch out for those big rocks falling down, man. Well, everyone have a great day. Have a great day. YouTube is actively killing my channel. Sometimes the way you talk about it, Mobile Tech, I think they might be, or not really killing your channel, because they want to keep all the money that they can get, you know. But I think they don't want to push you out like they used to, probably. You know, they probably used to push you out real good whenever you put out something. Like, that's my problem. Whenever I release stuff, I just gotta hope that people see it out there, because I don't know if they're sometimes my views look like they're the same forever, you know, and sometimes it seems like it's forever since you get any kind of subs and stuff. And I know you can care less about that anymore, Mobile Tech, but you know, there's a lot of people on here like Belt Loop and stuff, and Kathy H, and probably a few more that are like really care about advancing their channel, you know. Let's see, let me try to catch up on this. Did I miss anybody? Of course, my channel is different, but I just passed 100,000 views. It feels great. Hey, it feels real great. Hey, how do you think I feel, Silent Forgotten? Because I reached the milestone where I was 925,000, and I was like, holy moly, you know, that is close as heck to a million, you know. And you know, in these days, heck, especially if you're a girl, and please, all the girls on here, don't get mad or nothing, but you know, it's true that the girls have the advantage, because they wear nice clothes, put on their makeups out there, and they go out there and they say they can put on their hashtags, solo female traveler, blah blah blah, and all this stuff, and sometimes they're going to get 10,000 views with one post, you know. With the other guys, old shabby guy like me try to get a lot of views and stuff, and it's a lot harder. We got to work harder for it. Of course, my channel is different. I just passed 100,000. Okay, I read it. You read that. KKS Travel and Education Blogs. Yo, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you for a while. Well, I haven't really been on for a while, so, but I've seen you up on Belt Loop's channel and some other ones, I believe. I'm not a content creator. Yeah, but Kathy, you've done some lives and stuff, so that's puts you in there, right? Not really, you know, but you like doing lives, so that's good. But you have to say, all these other people have to say then if you're not, but the content creators have to say, what else do I have to do to be successful with YouTube, you know? You can make money doing YouTube, but like me, you know, it's not going to be like a monthly check because I'm not that big. You know, I got monetized about a year ago, and I always tell everybody, yeah, I have to sit there and get the rake, get the broom, and sweep up all the change that's left from all these other big ones, you know, big YouTubers. But I've gotten a check for 149, and average is around 139. But that's not every month. It might be like every other month for me, you know. So, you know, whatever it is, but it's good for gas money and stuff like that, you know. Put it in the till and use it for what it's worth. Tim says, YouTube is a shadow ban on my channel too, but I'm not doing for money. Exactly, man. You do it for what? I'm doing it because I like it and I want everybody to see where I'm going to and stuff, you know. And see, none of you guys have even said, what in the hell are you doing in Brownfield, Texas, John? Hey, boat, little Hager, okay. I'm not going to be here real long because I do have a live stream coming up at 5:30, so okay. Well, I'm glad you stopped in, man. Chris said, unfortunately, my laptop crashed and I lost saved passwords. I have to redo the silent, forgotten Instagram. You know what you should do? What you should do for your passwords is code them somehow and save them in your phone book, because your phone book is huge. You can make a new contact and say, you know, for your bank, you can just put like whatever the initials are of the bank and put the password in. Nobody will figure it out. They will, but who's going to get into your phone and do that, you know? I mean, it's better than putting on a computer. People put too much sensitive information into their computers, and then when they crash or they get stolen or break down, they don't know what to happen. They don't know what to do. And it's pretty simple. What you do is you take, you know, if you think it's totally trash, then fine. Then take the hard drive out and take your hard drive to somebody and see if they can copy all the information to another hard drive, and they'll put it in, you know, and they'll show you what's available and stuff. It's not lost because it doesn't power up and stuff. So remember that. Remember that all your information is still on a computer. If it dies and it won't start up because the power supply or something else, all your information is still there. Chris, no KKS, well, I hope you have a good day. Okay, he's talking to Gary. All right, Mobang, appreciate you stopping in, man. And everybody go check out Mobang. He's got a good channel there. He's always traveling all over the place, going back and forth, East Coast, West Coast, but I think he lives in California. Hellcat Granny, it is dirt today in the Lubbock area. Oh yeah, you got that right. Are you down here also? Man, they said that it's supposed to be like until 8 o'clock or something, but I've just got it all fixed up where I'm just gonna stay the night here and check it out in the morning. All I was trying to do today, I stayed at the place about 20-something miles north of Lubbock at another one of these free places. And all I was trying to do is come down to Lubbock, get fuel and stuff, and go to Roswell, New Mexico, which isn't that far. It's only a couple hours away. But I couldn't make it because of the dust and the wind and everything. when you're trying to drive 65, 75 miles an hour into a wind that's 40 or 50 miles an hour, it doesn't work. And guess what? Your gas gets used up, you know. Thank you, Arlene. Please hit the like, thumbs up, you know. Hellcat Granny. Be well and stay safe. Thank you, Kathy. I try to not to go out in the wind. Yeah, really. I've got over 6 million views and only make around $30 a month. You ever see? You got to the 6 million. You went to the million and you got over. You know. I think Wonder Hussy has over 100 million, if you could believe that. You know, 110 million. You know. So it's all what you do with it. But to people like me and Silent Forgotten, it's a big deal for us to go by hundreds of thousands, you know, because that's one way to gauge what you're doing with your channel and if anybody's watching. Before COVID, I got up to around 1,500 a month on YouTube, but then the big crash, yeah. Everything changed because of the big C, you know, and it's not only on YouTube, but everything all around the country and stuff, you know, and then also made a big rift in all the people. I think they are removing subs faster than they come in, and they don't promote me anymore. Yeah, and a lot of people are having trouble or getting mad. The new ones are getting mad because they try to do a live stream and stuff, and you can't do it unless you have a certain amount of subs and so many hours and all this stuff. But they don't really want a bunch of people to come in there and do a bunch of free stuff, you know, so they could make money. Everybody thinks that as soon as you get monetized and sit there and wait around, all these checks are going to roll in, and it's not going to happen, you know. Not unless everything you post is going to have like 10,000 views, you know. There's some girls that have accounts that sit there and they have like 200,000 subs, and then they have I don't know how many millions of views and stuff, and then you look and they only have like 85 videos. Now go figure, man. I could care less about the AdSense money. Yeah. Yeah, I'm approaching 1 million. You're way over it, aren't you, Belt Loop? 2 of mine over. Yeah, okay. That's cool. It is just a number, but it's a milestone that you could remember, though. You know, especially, like I said, for young guys like me, and not young, but newer guys on YouTube, about like Silent Forgotten and me, you know. To him, that's a really big deal, 100,000, you know, and that's something to be proud of, man, for what you've done, you know. So if I was him, I'd be showing everybody, I got 100,000, I got 100,000. Because I guarantee you, Chris, that there's people out there that you're sub to, and they probably have more subs and stuff, and have hundreds more videos, but you have more views than them. And that's what's holding them back, is they don't have the views. I guess I'm working on the YouTube police getting there. Still a pretty good ways from it, though. Are you in Brownfield? Yeah, yes, I was just telling everybody that, Hellcat Granny. I don't want to say it too many times, because then, you know, the people will abuse it, but I was telling everybody about all these small towns around Texas. They have like these nice little RV parks. Some of them, like the one I stayed at last night, I stayed in that one that Waylon Jennings helped build. They only have like 12 spots, but this place looks like it has 20 spots. I mean, granted, the road is, well, it's kind of dusty, but it looked like it was paved at one time, but you know, it's all right. There's a big park next to it, and it has some water running through it, I think. There's a bathroom up on the hill, but I drove by it earlier, and they said that it's closed for the season. But where in the heck can you get, you know, free electricity, dump station, and water, all that stuff for free, you know? I appreciate it, you know, but I don't know. It's just. Do you tell everybody? Do you post your location and all that? But yeah, I'm in, bro. I'm there. I'm at that park. Are you near? If you're near, come by and say hello. And let's see. Do you watch Travel with Lisa? Yeah. Yep. I do. there's a bunch of us that follow Lisa because she gets out there and she does a lot. She goes out and meets people also, and I don't know if she doesn't really collab with them, but she does go and meet people. Like she goes to Nashville and meets with that Flo and stuff like that, and they go around to the city and stuff. You know, she does it pretty smart. Like she goes to Dallas, and she makes it like a point to find somebody in one of the towns. Like in Dallas, she meets Brexton, and he showed her around. And she goes to Nashville, and she goes to Flo, on the go with Flo, and she shows her around. You know, so here we go. What the hell are you doing, Browns? Not Brownsville. It's Brownsfield, Texas, John. Well, I'm traveling. I'm traveling, Silent Forgotten. Thank you for asking though. But I was making a trip out west, but I'm not gonna really go way out west and stuff. I'm gonna go to Arizona if I can make it, if the van holds up and stuff and the winds don't kill me. But the reason I wanted to go to Roswell is because there's a highway that goes through the mountains of New Mexico, and it's called it's a name of it is the Billy the Kid Trail is what it's called. But I want to go to Lincoln, New Mexico, and that's where a lot of the stuff where Billy the Kid had the shootout, and he broke out of jail in that town, and they have the hotel there still standing, bullet holes in the wall and stuff, and they tell you the whole story and all that. But I'm gonna go there and check that out. I don't know if they'll let me inside with Yuki, but what I could do is I'll just leave her inside for about 30 minutes. Won't hurt her. Yuki, look, you want to see? Come here. She's been all grouchy because she can't go outside because it's so windy. There's Yuki. There's the star of the show. You're always traveling somewhere, John. I try to. Do not try to drive anywhere. Yeah, I know. It's horrible, isn't it? It's horrible, Hellcat Granny. In fact, that's part of the reason why I was just leaving just now, is because a couple of weeks ago in Arizona, they had those big dust blow-ups. I don't know what they call them, haboob or whatever, when the big storms come. But they mix rain and stuff with it. But they had like a big giant pile up on I-10, just I think it was west, just by north of, not north, but west. I think between Tonopah and Phoenix is where it was, and like 6 or 7 people died in it. So, I mean, it would be easy to get into an accident because you're driving and all of a sudden somebody has a field of dirt over here. All that starts blowing in front, you can't see nothing, man. And it happens real fast if you're going 75 miles an hour, and I'm only going 60 or 65. So, yeah, I agree. Do not try to drive anywhere in that, you know. It's just a thing. It's not even something I focus on, Arlene, okay? Everybody watches Lisa, and everybody wants to watch her and work with her. She's cute too, so. Oh, you live in Lubbock? Oh, great, man. You know what? I was impressed. I was impressed with the town, Hellcat Granny. I went there because I'm just mostly passing through. I wasn't going to spend a few days in this area like I'm probably going to end up doing, but I like how everything is so set up where it's easy to get to, like the Buddy Holly monument and stuff, and that little museum next to it and all that. Pretty cool, man. Everything is named with like Buddy Holly, what he does, you know, like the Cricket Street and this and that, you know. But it's cool. But his memorial is really cool. They have it like a whole park, and they only open it during the morning hours, I think. And he's on like a stage up there with the round background and stuff. It's pretty neat. Then I also went and found the cemetery, and it was pretty nice too. I was surprised at the cemetery. Well, I shouldn't be surprised, because when people say Lubbock, Texas, you think of a small town, but Lubbock is not small, it's big. It's got a lot of people there. So, did anyone stay up for the eclipse last night? I heard about it and somebody told me, but I was at that Waylon Jennings RV place, and there was too many trees, and they have light poles that have lights up. You need to go somewhere where there's no light, you know, at all to see that real good. So very cool. Wish I'd have known I would have bought you some coffee. Oh, thank you, but well, yeah, in Lubbock that would have been cool. Yeah, could have got some Tex-Mex food. Yeah, it was just on a whim that I left. I just said, well, I wanted to be there by Thursday, and then I wanted to be down by Hohem Air Force Base in New Mexico by Friday morning, which it didn't happen because part of the reason I wanted to go down by Las Cruces is because I'm following Billy the Kid's trail and stuff, and the guy that supposedly shot Billy the Kid is Sheriff Pat Garrett. And he has roots down there in Las Cruces, and they actually have the site where he was shot and killed, and they've got a little monument out there, but you have to walk like a mile out there. You just go out by the you go out by the local high school, Oregon Mountain High School, and it faces a certain direction, and you see a line of power lines, and the rest is like desert and dirt trails and stuff. And they said just follow those power lines till you get to it. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that too. I'm going to get the place where Pat Garrett bought the farm, supposedly, you know. I went to bed after I got off work. I worked 16 hours, had to get up at 6 a.m. doing. Yeah, but that's good because you're getting the good money there, Belt Loop. So whenever you're retired, then you'll be able to do whatever you want to. Hope you pack some drinks and snacks. Oh yeah, I'm loaded. I am loaded on food, man. I've got all kinds. I have like 3 or 4 different kinds of coffee, grounds, because I like to do my own pour over and stuff. I use this kind of a pour over, the Stanley, because they have a thing. Oh, there it is down there. But they have a thing where you don't need to use any kind of filter, and you just pour it in there. The only hassle with it is after you use it, you have to clean it out real good. And I got all kind of snacks and food to last me for a couple weeks if I had to, you know. Hey, Glenn C., how you doing? Hope you're not getting all the dang winds and dust that we got. Woo! Still a lot of troll issues on YouTube also. About the trolls, silent, forgotten, I don't know. It all depends on if you do lives and stuff. I don't know what you're talking about, about trolls on yours, because I don't think you've done a live yet. So how would they be bothering you? Are they like making nasty comments and stuff? That's easy enough just to, you could actually go into your settings on YouTube Studio and put hold comments, or hold the comments that are suspicious, or you could have certain words in there. If they say something, then they won't post it, you know. So you can do stuff to control the trolls if you're not meaning on live, you know. How you doing, Glenn? How's your mansion and stuff doing there? I call it a mansion because it looks like a pretty cool place. And the last time I saw you, I think you were tilling the garden and stuff. That's cool. Everybody's getting all these new places, man, and I'm not jealous, but it's cool, man. It's cool to see, like, especially Sad and JoJo's place. Wow, you know, they got like a 3 or 4 acre place in Oregon right by that river, and then they have like 3 or 4 acres of a mountain that go up on the top. That's pretty cool. The overtime is setting my pension right, so I gotta go do what I gotta do. Yep. Hey, Gandalf, how you doing, man? Hey, Gandalf, I'm stuck in Brownfield, Texas, because I got so much dust in the air. I hope I didn't breathe it all in. And poor Yuki, she's like, why can't I go out there, you know? But hey, Gandalf, in Texas. They have free RV places that have electricity, water, and dump stations. So that's cool, man. I headed to the nearest town that I could, and I'm staying. I got a place right here, and there's only like 2 other people at this place, so it's pretty cool. And hopefully they say that 8 o'clock tonight the winds are gonna subside, but hopefully that'll be true. If it does, maybe I'll go celebrate and go get a pizza in town. Take that along with me. Lisa's even hanging out with Brexton and Scott on tape. Oh yeah. Hey Chris, I've even met Lisa. I met Lisa at the State Fair with Brexton. But yeah, there's a whole difference between just meeting people. Whoops, almost knocked my tripod over. I was gonna say that too. There's a whole big difference between just meeting people and say, hi, everybody, here's so-and-so in my video, or really, collaborating. They use the word collab all the time. They throw that word around too much, like collab this, collab that. Well, they're not really. They're just meeting people, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you say, I'm going to collab with somebody, that means you get with one or another person, and then you work on a film that everybody pitches in and does something to make that video better. That's what a collaboration is, And there's nothing wrong with that, Lincoln is where a lot of it went down. Yep, exactly, man. So you know about all that stuff too. And it was there before. It was there. It was a wild town before Billy got there. So when he got there, he just actually added to it, Then the revenge killings and finally Pat Garrett. But if you listen to a lot of stories, they say Pat Garrett didn't even check and see if it was Billy the Kid that he shot. He just shot 2 times. He heard somebody and he thought he sounded like him, and it was dark in the room, and he just shot 2 times. So you don't know, If I went to Roswell, I'd want to see an alien. Yeah, I'm gonna get all that stuff too, Belt Loop. I'm gonna get when you go to Roswell at the very beginning of the town, they got these big old aliens and stuff. I'm gonna try to get some selfies of that. Maybe I'll just set this thing on my tripod and just record it going out there. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm not really interested in walking to, everybody likes to do a town walk of Roswell and look at all the alien stuff and the museums and all that. I could do a quick drive through and all that, but I'm not really interested in all that stuff. I like the Area 51 stuff better, but even that doesn't really interest me enough to want to go way the heck out there and check it out. I bet Joanne's walls are filled with bullet holes, John. I bet so, man. Habu, that's it. I didn't know if I was saying the right word. Hubab or Habub, the big Arizona dust storm. And they call, what do they call it when it's raining? They call it the monsoon season. Whenever they get a bunch of rain and stuff, they go, well, looks like the monsoons are here, Yeah, I hope we don't get no big haboob, Hey, Glenn. Big wave, Glenn. If you see me through all the smoke. Hey, no, I can't see nothing, man. But I'll tell you what, Glenn, get on later on tonight. Get on 40 meter. I've got this radio. It's just a 40 meter only radio, and get on 7.20, okay? On 40 meter. We should be able to talk by then. Mobile Tech, that guy right there, Glenn Lester, he's another ham. I've known him for quite a while. I like his call sign. Hey, Glenn, put your call sign in here, man. So I'll know what it is too, if I'm trying to yell for you. It's something like EIO, KE5EEO or something like that. I'll even write you down. I wonder if a chili cheeseburger would be, yeah, that'd be Tex-Mex, I bet. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Windy fires all over Oklahoma City. Oh, man, see, all this wind and stuff is the ones that I was telling you about that it happened in Arizona that killed those people and stuff. So, it's all going east, and you know, it's not letting up very much. So, hey, how you doing? How you doing, 909 Jeff? How you doing, man? Um, I'm not really stuck. I mean, I could be free to go if I wanted to, but I think safety and the smart people will say, stay where you are and wait till all this passes, because these are like small towns out in Texas, West Texas, and there's like nothing in between but cotton fields and stuff, you know. There's a lot of dirt in the ground and stuff, and this big wind, wow, it's just like blowing. You could be driving like 50 or 60 miles an hour. The speed limit's 75, but suddenly, within no time at all, it's like zero visibility, and you're like, holy crap! After like stopping real quick for 3 or 4 times, you know, everybody just starts putting on their blinking lights. You know, there's safety lights, and I was in Lubbock, and I stayed at a place, and I said, well, maybe it'll be gone by noon. You know, 11 o'clock, it was still blowing and going, but I said, oh, let me try to make it down to this town, because it's only like 33 miles from Lubbock or something like that. So, yeah, I was trying to make it to Roswell, but, you know, just didn't make it, so. Old Mechanic, how you doing, man? I'm glad you stopped in, man. Congratulations, man. I told Mrs. Old Mechanic, but congratulations on your motorhome and all that stuff, and congratulations on becoming retired or whenever you're going to retire. And I hope you have a great trip, man. Maybe I'll meet you out there on the road somewhere. That'd be cool. But everybody check out Old Mechanic. Old Mechanic's great, man. He has a farm. He just goes by OM, but he's really Old Mechanic, but he really is an old farmer too. He's got farmland, his trucks, and he saws all kind of stuff and plants stuff out there in his old farm. He's a great channel. Everybody go check him out. Old Mechanic's great, man. There you go, Arlene. I appreciate it. There you go. Glenn, thank you. Thank you. Let me see. Wind took my antenna down. Well, all I got is one of those ham sticks and stick it up there, so it'll work. So, how do you like that call sign, Mobile Tech? KE5EOO is like EIEIO or something. I like that. Yeah. So anyway, Jeff. So the story is. I'm stuck. I was on my way to Roswell, because there's a highway that goes up through New Mexico, up to Lincoln, New Mexico, where I want to chase down some stories of Billy the Kid and stuff. And that's what my plan was to do. And then I really want to go down to Las Cruces and chase down, chase down the place where Pat Garrett got killed too. Patrick, New York, how you doing, man? Great to see you. Patrick of New York, he's got a good channel. Well, I've seen him everywhere as a mod and everywhere. I think he's got a channel up in New York, right? Yeah, that's right. But I always see you as mod for what's her name in Canada and stuff. He's a pretty good guy too, Patrick from New York. I'm in general class. Good. Let me see if I can get caught up here. Old McDonald's call sign. Yeah, there you go. E-I-E-I. All right, Belt Loop. I appreciate you stopping in, man. I don't know how long I'll be on here, just for a little while, but everybody's coming on, so I'll keep on talking for a while. Yeah, that's gonna be cool, man. And I don't know if you guys have seen. I think you've seen it on Instagram. Jeff, but I did that. I went and saw Buddy Holly's statue in his grave. I didn't release the pictures of his grave yet, but I did find Mac Brown, that singer, the guy that sang 1 million songs. And oh man, he was right around the corner from Buddy Holly. I went, all right, and I made I made a little video of that too. He's the one that wrote that song, I Believe in Music, and he did all kinds of, he had like 50 #1 hits, I think. I don't know if they're #1s, but hits, you know. They were all kind of hits. And he also made a lot of commercials for like Coca-Cola and stuff, and every other thing, you know. You have no content, Patrick. Well, that's okay, because you're still a pretty cool guy, because I see you everywhere. So I see you with all these other people. So go check him out anyway. Sub to Patrick, everybody. Hellcat Granny's message retracted. Okay. You have to go too. Thank you for stopping in, Hellcat Granny. And next time I go through Lubbock, I'll tell you, and we'll go have a cup of coffee. How's that? That sounds good to me. I did see that the day the music died would be a great, yeah, that'd be cool too. Have a great night, Hellcat Granny. Yeah. Yep, it would, Jeff. That'd be cool to do. Of course, you know, there's too many, you know, from our last trip, I sat there and I go, I'm gonna mark this one down, and I'm gonna make sure I do that, and that's what I'm doing on this one. If everything goes out all right, let's go down to Las Cruces and do that and this, you know. But every time you're on a trip, you always sit there and go, I'll have to remember this for next time. Hopefully I can go there, you know, and have some time to do it, you know. All right, I don't care. I don't care. It's a great day now because Patrick New York came in and said hello. Now if only I was kind of hoping that Rob Q would come in. You know, the guy that's always great American. You're a great American, Rob Q. He's out in the LA area, and he's a ham also. And oh, there's Lisa. Lisa, everybody was just talking about you earlier. But how you doing? I'm stranded in the Dust Bowl out here in Brownfield, Texas. I was on my way to Roswell to go check out some alien stuff, and then after that go up the trail to go see some Billy the Kid stuff. But I didn't get very far because the winds are like 50, 60, 70 miles an hour and blowing all this dirt. So